students, today we are taking question number 2 from exercise 3.1. Now what is given in the question? The mean age of 4 participants in a relay race was calculated to be 24 years. Later it was found that one of the participants' age was actually 27 years, which was wrongly recorded as 25 years. If there is a rule wherein it is not possible to participate in this race if the mean age is more than 25 years, can they participate in this race even after the correction of age? So students, first of all we will note down the information whatever is given in the question. So what is given in the question? First of all, x bar we have been given, that is 24, and n is equals to 4 participants. Now more, what is given? One participant's age was taken as 25 but its correct age is 27. So first of all we will find sigma xi. So sigma xi will be x bar multiply n. X bar 24 and n is equals to 4. So multiplication of these two, that is 96. Now students, we got the wrong sigma xi. So right now we have to correct it. So new sigma xi will be 96. Now students, wrong age we will subtract and the correct age we will add. So correct is 27, that we will add, and wrong one is 25, that we will subtract. So the correct sigma xi is equals to 98. Now students, we will find correct mean. So the formula will remain same, that is sigma xi upon n, and the correct sigma xi is equals to 98 and the number of participants is equals to 4. So here the correct mean is 24.5. Now students, what is given in the question? It is not possible to participate in this race if the mean age is more than 25. But here correct mean, what we are getting? That is 24.5. It means they can participate even after the correction of mean age. So here students, that statement only we are supposed to write. Now students, one more question I will explain how to do. Question number 5th. The following information is available on the talk time noted for 70 calls of a certain mobile phone user. Find the mean talk time. Now students, as you are seeing in the question, talk time we have been given in the less than 4, less than 8. It means less than type frequency distribution we have been given. So first of all, for solving this question, we are supposed to find the original frequency distribution, and after that only we will do this question according to the question number 4th, which we have taken earlier. Now students, we are taking our next topic, that is combined mean and weighted mean. First of all, we will go through the formula. Formula for combined mean, here it's sigma x bar c is equals to n1 sigma x bar 1 plus n2 sigma x bar 2 plus up to nk sigma x bar k, and down denominator in the n1 plus n2 up to nk. In this type we have to put the values. Now students, when we are supposed to find the combined mean? When in the information we have been given the means of 2 or more groups of observation, then we are supposed to find the mean of the combined group, and in this value that we are finding is to be called a combined mean, and it is denoted by sigma x bar c. Now students, we will take the formula for the weighted mean. Now students, the formula for the weighted mean is equals to sigma x bar w, w1 x1 plus w2 x2 up to wn xn, and upon w1 plus w2 up to wn. Now students, here w is the weight, so its formula will be sigma wi xi upon sigma wi. Now students, when we are supposed to find weighted mean? When we have been given the information and all the values, all the observation that we have been given, its importance is not same, so arithmetic mean is not appropriated in this case. So we are supposed to find the weighted mean. So according to the importance they have given the weight, and accordingly we have to multiply it. Now students, we are taking exercise 3.2. First question. The mean daily wage paid to 75 skilled worker of a factory was rupees 280. whereas the mean daily wage paid to 125 unskilled worker was rupees 150. So we are supposed to find the mean wage of all the workers. So students, first of all we will assume the value of n and x. So n1 will be the skilled workers and n2 will be the unskilled workers. In the same way, x bar 1 will be wage paid to the skilled worker and x bar 2 will be the wages paid to the unskilled worker. Now students, we will find the combined mean. So first of all we will write the formula. Combined mean sigma x bar c is equals to n1 multiply x bar 1 plus n2 multiply x bar 2 upon n1 plus n2. So n1 75, x bar 1 280 plus n2 125, x bar 2 150, and in the denominator n1 75 plus 125. So first of all we will find the multiply of 75 multiply 280, that is 21,000. Next 125 multiply 150, that is 18,750, and we will find the plus of these two. So students, total is 39,750, which we will divide by 200. So the value is 198.75, and in the last we will write the concluding statement, that is mean age of all the worker is equals to 198.75 rupees. Next students, we are taking question number 2. Find the weighted mean of the percentage value in prices from the following data. Food item we have been given, that is rice, wheat, tea, sugar and pulses. Now weight we have been given according to their importance, that is 7, 10, 5, 8, 2. Then percentage change in price, 134, 125, 115, 97 and 120. So students, first of all we will note down the question, that is food item, weight and then percentage change in price. Next we will find, that is W multiplies sigma xi. So students, we will find the multiplication of these two, and after that we will find the sum, that is total of sigma xi multiply W. So students, we will put the formula, that is weighted mean is equals to sigma wi xi upon sigma wi, that is 3,779, and here the total of weight is 32. So here down we will put 32, and according to that we are getting weighted mean is equals to 118.09, and in the last we will write the concluding statement, that is weighted mean of the percentage change in prices is equals to 118.09. Now students, we are taking question number 4 from the same exercise. The mean marks of a student in 7 theory papers is 62. What should be the mean marks in 3 practical examinations so that his mean marks for the entire exam is 68? Now in the bracket what is given, the marks of each theory paper and practical examination are same. So students, first of all we will assume the value of n and x bar. So n1 will be theory papers and n2 will be practical papers. Then x bar 1 will be mean marks in theory papers and x bar 2 will be mean marks in practical papers. Now students, we will note down the information whatever given in the question. What is given? Mean marks of the students in 7 theory papers. Theory papers are 7, so it means n1 is equals to 7, and mean marks in theory paper is equals to 62. So x1 is equals to, x bar 1 is equals to 62. Next, what should be the mean marks in 3 practical examination? Practical papers are 3, it means n2 is equals to 3. So that his mean marks for the entire exam is 68. Entire exam's mean marks we have been given, it means we have been given the combined mean, that is x bar c, that is 68. So here students, we will write down the formula combined mean. Now as you are seeing, we have been given the value of combined mean, we will put the value of combined mean, and here n1 we have been given 7, then x bar 1 is equals to 62 plus n2 is equals to 3, and x bar 2 we have not been given, so we will write as it is. and down n1 7 and n2 3. Now students, we will solve multiplication of 7 multiplied 62, that is 434. Now these value we don't have, so we will write as it is, and down we will add 7 and 3, that is 10. Now students, this is in the divide, so here it will go and it will come in the multiplication. So 434 plus 3 sigma x bar 2, that is 68 multiplied 10, so 680, and here 343 is in the addition here, it will go on the opposite side of equals to, that will become in the minus. So 3x bar 2 is equals to subtraction of these two, that is 246, and 3 is in the multiplication, that will go on in the divide. So the value of x bar 2 is equals to 82, and in the last we will write the concluding statement.